Welcome Exiles. I recently finished my Zero to Hero series, where I made this well-rounded beast of a tornado shot build by farming nothing but Breach and the Genesis tree. The Genesis tree disappointed me though, and left me with one question at the end of the series. What would happen if I were to throw 1 million Hiveblood at it? How many Magebloods and Headhunters can we expect to see? Can we expect to see any at all? Before we begin the next Zero to Hero journey, we need those questions answered. Just a quick note before we start. There's a cap on how much Hiveblood you can hold of 100,000. This means that I'm going to have to spend 100k, then farm up more, spend, farm, etc. So I'll be showing you what I get from the tree, as well as anything interesting that happens along the way. And here's a quick look at our Breach tree. We're targeting belts for this video, because profits are less interesting to me, and the Magebloods and the Headhunter are so much more iconic of a drop than anything else. We've specced into the node that gives 1000% increased chance for belts to be birthed by the tree. We've also picked up Foulborn Gluttony for the 30% chance for an additional unique item, and lastly we've taken Recessive Genes for the lucky roll, where all drops will roll twice and pick the rarest outcome. We don't really care about Foulborn chance when we're targeting belts, just maximising the chance that a Headhunter or a Mageblood drops in general. So enough talking, let's spam some tree. We've got our first set of 100,000 juice ready. Let's get ourselves a new A-lift for some fresh RNG and get right into it. That's a good start. I got excited and opened a couple without recording. Thank God I noticed that before I started spam clicking this thing. So I'm going to be doing 50,000 juice, looting everything, and then doing another 50,000 juice. Otherwise, half of my loot ends up in Narnia and it becomes a real pain in the ass to pick it all up. That's the first set of many, nothing much so far. The Skin of the Loyal, but it's not Foulborn, so that's nothing interesting. Yeah, it's really not looking like anything specials here. We'll go again. Still nothing great by the looks of it. No matter though, I'll farm up 100k more juice and we'll meet back here. Okay, we have 100,000 more juice. Nothing interesting really happened during the farming sadly, so let's get straight back into it. And here's a little tip for opening wound gifts fast. If you hover your mouse over the tree like I have here, then click it and move the wound gift slot to the same spot. You can just hold control and spam click. Again though, if you're farming a lot of Hiveblood, then I wouldn't do it for 50k at a time, or you're gonna have a real hard time finding that loot. A whole bunch of nothing. Moving on. Oh god, I've run out of wound gifts, but I did hear a shing. Well that's really not what I was hoping for. Okay, we have more wound gifts. Hopefully I remember to stock up in the future. It's not like that's one of the only things I actually have to remember to do during this. Well, there's no belts, but we do find a red dream, which is around 8 divines, I believe. Cool. Back to the maps. Again, absolutely nothing to report from the maps. Hopefully the tree gives us some better luck. That's a whole lot of disappointment. Let's try again. Okay, a little bit rough. Absolutely nothing from the third set of 100k. So a quick explanation on the strat that I'm currently doing. I'm running unstable breaches, with 2 breach scarabs of instability, 1 breach scarab of the marshal for more ring drops, and 2 scarabs of monstrous lineage for pack size. Now this is not the most efficient way to farm Hiveblood or currency, but right now I just really want to hit level 100. And I'm only really interested in doing that with the safest method possible while getting all of the Hiveblood on the way. Later on, after I've hit level 100, I'll be changing up my strat to the most efficient Hiveblood farming strat possible, but I'll explain that more when I get to it. Almost at the halfway point now, hopefully we start seeing some interesting loot somewhere. Another round of sadness. Let's try again. We heard a shing and a bonk, but it's just the Knights of the Great Wolf. What about the bonk? Where's that hiding? Ah, it's a green dream. Okay, 2 worthless items. Oh, hello, my first pack divine shrine of the league. Oh god, I panicked and pressed the escape button. Okay. Well, we've finished up that map and got 19 divines from it. Might not be a belt, but that's a beautiful sight right there. This is also quite rare. I found a reflecting mist here and also a nameless seer right here. We're officially at the halfway point, the 5th round of 100k Hiveblood. At least we have some divine orbs now to show for it, but a belt would be way nicer. Moving swiftly onwards. Eesh, that's rough. Map time! And there's level 100, which means I can swap over to the less profitable but way higher Hiveblood per hour strat. So the new strat uses breach hives instead of unstable breaches, and I'll be using 1 breach scarab of the hive, 1 breach scarab of the marshal, and 1 breach scarab of the incense swarm. Nothing else. The idea here is that the scarabs guarantee me a breach fortress every map. So I run in, clear the fortress, talk to Varashta quickly in case she offers me something high value like a fight with Radahn or a Quinn, do the breach fortress in the Mirage if there is one, and then leave. These maps take me around 3 to 4 minutes each, 6 to 7 minutes if there's a breach fortress in the Mirage. And each fortress gives me between 5.5k to 8k Hiveblood. A full explanation of both strats I used, including the Atlas trees and scarabs, will be in the description of the video. Ooh, a Voidborn Reliquary key and a Harvest Scarab, hello! If I somehow get a belt from this and not from the tree, then the game is broken. Okay, that's about right, we're all good. Wait, another Divine Shrine? Seriously? Well, that's another 13 Divine Orbs, I guess. Okay. A few interesting occurrences during the maps that time. Maybe the tree wants to start being interesting too. Yeah, interesting isn't in this tree's vocabulary by the looks of it. Yeah, a whole lot of crap. It's starting to look a little bit bleak. No messing around this time, we're going straight into the 7th round of 100k Hiveblood. That's a solid 5 chaos worth of loot. We go again. Nope. Still nothing. I'm starting to feel like we might have the answers to the questions from the start of the video. Once again, nothing truly fascinating from the map, so we'll go straight into our 8th round of Hiveblood. I heard something. There was a noise, there was a bonk, which is good. Where are you? Oh. Ew. Come on, tree, give me something shiny for my pelvis. My pelvis remains bare. Ooh, what the hell? Ooh, a Valdo's puzzle box. Soul Eater, could you please stop? 900k juice, let's get to praying. Okay, which one of you wasn't praying? Come on, please, I'm begging. What the hell is that? It barely even goes off my screen. Hey, Editor Tanjor here. I realised while editing that the reason I got such little loot there was because I ran out of womb gifts and had 17,000 juice left. So here's the 17,000 juice that I owe you. Yeah, I don't know what I expected to happen. And here we are at the final round of Hiveblood. We knew this would be an all or nothing gamble from the start, so let's pray we make it an all gamble right here. So far we're still very much in the nothing category. 50k left. Okay, well, I guess we have our answers then, don't we? Let's check out all the things we did get. So this is a collection of all of the belts we got during this video. 2.5 quad tabs worth of pure fashion. I also kept the only items that were even remotely interesting, but not really interesting enough to be clip worthy. I found 2 Zoth's Hearts amulets, a Chevron's Revelation ring, a Lionized Full Jewel, and a pair of Foulborn Khaleesi's Grace gloves. That's it, so let's check the numbers. I've made a little spreadsheet here with all the information on the belts. Malagaro's Restraint was our most common belt, and, excluding Mageblood and Headhunter, Raslafa's Coil was our rarest, which was to be expected. We used up 558 Ancient Wound Gifts, mostly eye level 83, worth around 29.3 Divines. We got about 8 Divines back from that, thanks to the Red Dream, which is a little bit rough, but again, this is an all or nothing farm, and if I wanted profit, I wouldn't be doing this. We received 717 belts in total, so I'm gonna have a wonderful time vendoring all of those as soon as this video ends. So there you have it. We've answered the question that bothered me so much at the end of my Zero to Hero series. But honestly, I'm even more disappointed in the tree now. And I'm just left with a new question. What if we did it again, but with jewels this time?